What's up everyone, I'm Gooshy, and in this video we're going to be going over all the skills in Cyberpunk 2077. This is super important because the attributes that you choose at the beginning of the game are directly tied to the weapons that you'll be using, as well as the playstyle that you might be interested in. So with that, let's get started. So after you get through the character customization, you have 7 available attribute points to allocate through the 5 different attributes. There's a brief description on the left hand side, but honestly it doesn't give that much. So I'll be showing you guys all the different skills within each skill tree, and because the skill tree can be a little bit confusing with no real organization on what level you get these perks, I added a TLDR for each perk and color coordinated them, with blue being damage, green being stat modifiers, red crit damage, yellow defense modifiers, and white is unique perks. So here we'll start off with the body attribute. The body attribute comes with 3 different skill trees, the first being athletics. If you're going for more of a run and gun playstyle, this is the tree that you should be interested in, as it comes with a bunch of health regen perks and damage reduction. Next is the Annihilation skill tree. This is sort of similar to the athletics tree, but has more damage perks and stat modifiers more for utility. All these modifiers are only geared towards shotguns and light machine guns. The final skill tree for the body is Street Brawler. Street Brawler is geared towards melee combat, but specifically blunt weapon combat. This uses a non-lethal approach and will only apply to weapons like bats and crowbars, not katanas and bladed weapons. So if you're interested in using the gorilla arms, this will be the tree for you. Next we'll go over the reflex attribute, with the first skill tree being Assault. The Assault skill tree focuses on rifles and submachine guns. If you're interested in using a lot of guns, this will probably be the tree that you want to use, as it has a lot of damage increasing perks. Next is the handgun tree. As the name suggests, it focuses on pistols and revolvers. It's pretty similar to the Assault skill tree, but has a little bit more crit perks. Finally, we have the Bladed skill tree, which, similar to the Brawler skill tree, does have health regen and more speed and stamina regen perks. Next we have the technical ability attribute. The first skill tree is crafting. Since money is hard to come by, the extra benefits that you get from disassembling to get these resources, and ultimately craft your own gear, might be the way to go to get the highest level gear. Next we have the engineering skill tree. This specifically focuses on tech weapons and grenades. The next attribute is intelligence, and there's 2 skill trees. First is breaching protocol. With this skill tree you get a ton of new abilities to modify your environment, and I think most notably gives you extra cash from the access points. The next skill tree is quick hacking. If you're interested in a hacking playstyle, Raising your intelligence attribute will be a must just for the skill tree. This will give you a bunch of quick hack modifiers like increased duration, RAM recovery, and cost reduction. Finally, the last attribute is the cool attribute. First skill tree is stealth. So if you're interested in a stealth playthrough, this is definitely the attribute to max out. Along with a lot of perks to boost damage, this skill tree also provides the ability to throw knives and to cause poison damage. Finally, the last skill tree is Cold Blood, and this skill tree is pretty interesting. Basically, every kill that you get stacks of Cold Blood, and the more stacks that you have will give you increased stat modifiers to damage, cooldowns, and defense. So I don't think you're going to be revolving a build around this, but it would be interesting to pick out certain perks that you'd use to get an extra boost in one of these areas. With that, I hope you guys found this useful, and if you did, please drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, as I always go deep into breaking down games so they're easier to understand and optimize for making builds. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope to catch you next one, and GG.